Hi there, welcome back. I have thoughts on this order. I have a lot of thoughts on this order. So this is an Endless Phantom pen. I participated in their Kickstarter back in December, and the pens, I believe, if I remember correctly, were supposed to start shipping in February or the 1st of March, and there were a lot of delays. I'm just going to say this was not a good experience. I don't want to fault them because I know things are out of their hands, but I don't feel their communication was adequate or very forthcoming with a lot of their updates. They updated a lot, but they didn't update accurately. So, and I'm still missing part of my order. So, it has been shipped, but this took over a month to get here. So, the part that I'm missing is the part that I need to really use this. But we will open it and I will show you the pen. I got this ink for free for being an early backer. They did not ship these in the order of which they were supposed to. I believe the early backers were supposed to get theirs earlier, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Mine was actually in one of the last set of orders that they shipped. So I got this for free or included. No, I don't think I did get it for free. I think I added this on. That's right. No, I just got a better price on the pen, I think, for early backing, I believe. So maybe it wasn't supposed to ship before everybody else's. Maybe it was just the wording. But, you know, I'm just trying to be upfront and honest. But I did get the Alchemy. I love the Alchemy inks. I love the bottles. And I've wanted Wizard Pencil for a long time. And I could never find it in stock back in December. I have since found it in stock. But I didn't order it because I knew I had this one coming. So I'll just show you the bottles. I have a sample of this floating around somewhere that I can swatch as well. But they're so cute. They're little like alchemy looking bottles, and so they have like a bubble on the bottom, so they just kind of look like little, they're so cute. I commend them for they're very creative. So you can see the little divot here and the little bubble here. So you put that in there so it makes it stable. There you go. So it's stable when you fill your bottle, but then you can flip it over, and this is their little logo, and you can set it on this, and then it just does the little spinning around thing, and it's just so clever. I really do enjoy their designs and their bottles, and I was so excited when I saw this pen. I'm not gonna say that I'm disappointed at all because, well, I haven't really dealt with the pen yet, so I don't know. I have seen, I think Marker Pages did a video when he got his a month or so ago, but his was different than mine. I got the clear version. So this is the box. It has like, and very economical packaging. It's all like cork. And then I think this is supposed to be able, you can set it on your desk like this, and it's like a pen rest because it's got like a divot here. And it also has their logo. But it's very pretty and simple packaging, and I appreciate that. It doesn't have to be a super flashy box to make me happy. The packaging is going to get tossed in a box somewhere for me to, you know, just have. But it says on the back, Phantom Retractable Fountain Pen. Introducing our incredible new fountain pen. A perfect blend of elegance and functionality designed to inspire creativity and make every word flow with ease. Your perfect companion wherever you go. Featuring a seamless click-to-write mechanism, airlock sealing to prevent drying, and sleek acrylic body. Phantom redefines fountain pen convenience. Glide across pages with a pen that seamlessly blends heritage and craftsmanship and modern innovation in every stroke. Sorry, reading is hard today. Yeah, so ships with custom designed desk stands. So you can see right there, it shows that it's flipped upside down. And then it has their contact information. So their Instagram and their Facebook, as well as an email address if you would like to get in touch with them. They are, is it Endless Pens? Made by endless.com, because I know it's different than Endless, the pen shop that we buy our fountain pen that I have a code with. It's not the same people. I thought it was. I was incorrect. So this is actually the ink maker. They have made a pen. So this is the packaging. Oh, sorry for the glare. But I think it's very nice packaging. It's a nice little piece of plexiglass or plastic. I'm not a huge fan of cork just because it makes a mess, but that I will be, putting away anyway. I'm not going to leave it out on my desk. So this is a little cap that you put in here if you're using a cartridge. So it allows the mechanism to continue to click. That's all that is, but I won't be using a cartridge. I'm going to use their converter. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Maybe. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's look at this pen. Let's zoom in. Okay. So I got the chrome clear because I wanted to see the internal workings of it. It's very interesting. I thought it was a cute pen. So as most of you know, if you've been here for any amount of time, you know that I can't do the clip down here by the writing because of the way that I grip my pen. I don't grip my pen like this, so that gets in my way. That was my whole point of ordering this pen, was because this clip is removable and it has a little cover that goes over it so your fingers don't get down in that little groove. But yeah, the clip comes off and it has this little chrome piece that just goes around it to fill in that gap. And then you have your pen without a clip, which is exactly what I wanted. So I was super excited to see this when I saw it, and a little disappointed in the process afterwards. So right off the hand, it is light, but it doesn't feel cheap. I don't think it feels like a cheap pen. This is, I believe, if I'm correct, that they are going to be $75 or $79. But I think as an early backer, I think I only paid $50. I'm trying to look on my paper to see. So I paid $54 with the pen and the shipping. I paid $10 extra for the clip, and then I paid $15 for the ink. So that was I paid $79 total. So the pen was $44. I don't know what they are going to sell it if they release it to buy at, pen shops or elsewhere. So I'm not sure what the retail price of this pen is, but I paid $44 for it. So mine is clear. They offered it in black and clear. I think they were going to have another color, but I don't think they were able to launch it. But they did chrome, gold, and black hardware in each of the two colors, if my memory serves me correctly. I'm pretty sure. I know they did the chrome and the gold, and I think they did black as well. So I got the chrome with the clear in a medium nib. And so it just unscrews like that, and this is your nib unit. It just kind of comes out, and so it is attached with the converter, and it's one of the just like plunger converters. That is a baby tiny nib. Look how skinny that thing is. So tiny. But it's very similar to the unit from Pilot. It's similar. You do kind of have to, there, I think I've got it. You have to kind of get the arrows right before you put it together. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So all back together was not a problem. And then the clicking mechanism is very nice. It does feel like a good quality mechanism. Everything is plastic in here, but then it has a really nice, robust spring, it looks like. So I don't think it'd be a problem with it wearing out. You can see that mechanism. It's very smooth. Oh, so now that I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is the silicone sealer. So I wish it had the mouth like the Decimo has, like where the little drawbridge mouth that comes down. So yeah, it has that silicone. So I don't know how well that will seal. I do have a bolt action pen. It seals pretty well with that silicone. So that's not a deal breaker. I just hope it doesn't wear out. That's kind of my concern, and how you would replace it, because that piece does wear out on the bolt action ones, and I know you have to replace it every so often. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. I'm planning on inking this up for, what are we in? We're in August, for September, because I'm hoping my clip will arrive. I don't see a whole lot of point in inking it up if the ink is just going to evaporate, because, you know, I'm not going to use it. I can't use it with that grip. I mean, I guess I could take it off, but then that leaves this little gap down here. So I think I'll just dip test it today. I want to see how the nib writes. And I may just pull out my Wizard's pencil sample. Sadly, I do not have a Decimo or a vanishing point to compare it to anymore, but I do have is this an A1, I believe is what they call it, from Moonman. It is essentially the same thing. It actually does have a Pilot nib in it, but it's without the clip. It just has the roll stop. So lengthwise, they are pretty much the same. Wait, this is metal, so obviously this is going to weigh considerably more, but I will weigh this for you so you can see. I hope I got that in there straight, but I think that, I mean, I really like the pen. I'm just super sad about how they went about handling the release, because, I mean, I know with Kickstarters you're always going to have that risk, but they were leaving comments instead of actually updating people, and I just felt that was kind of not best practice in my opinion, but that's my opinion. So it weighs 20.5 grams. Let's see, 20.52 grams. So it's, you know, not super light, but it's not super weighty either. I think it's got a good weight to it for me anyway. It's it feels nice in my hand. So let's get out my little book here, and we will do just a quick writing test. That way we can see, because it's such a tiny nib, you never know like how those medium nibs are going to write when they're real tiny. It's hard for me to write with this pen. Sorry. There we go. So this is the Phantom by Endless with a medium nib. It is smooth. It does have a very smooth nib. I can tell that the ink is sort of running out. So I think with a good fill, it would write really well. It has a nice, I do very much enjoy that. I have ink everywhere on this thing. I'm gonna have to clean it. Well, I mean, I would anyway, but yeah, I made a mess. But it writes really well. I'm not sure that I feel like it might be a little thinner than most of my medium nibs, but it writes really well. It's a nice smooth line. I do enjoy that. But it's hard for me to write with this. Yeah, I think it writes really well. It's a nice pen. I like it. I can't wait to get my clip replacement so I can share what that looks like. So I will do that in my, hopefully, September, currently inked. I will have the clip replacement by then, and I can just do the whole little fill, and then I'll do a progress report at the end of September on my thoughts totally on the pen. But that's just like an initial thoughts on it. I do think it's a pretty pen. I am happy with it. I think it's reasonable for the price. I don't know what they're going to sell it for, but if it's with, you know, $50 to $70, I think it's worth it. It seems like good construction. The nib writes really nice. It is cute. It really is I think it's a cute design, and I like the clear that you can see the workings of the pen. I enjoy things like that. I love demonstrator pens. So I really do like this pen. I just am a little upset with the whole situation with the Kickstarter. I think they could have been better at how they handled their updates, because it was really just sparse. They would update and say that, you know, there were delays, and then that they were shipping, that they were starting shipments, and they were going to send 400 pens, and then they didn't. They sent a couple hundred pens, and then they would say that, you know, they're meeting their own internal deadlines and goals or whatever with shipment, but then they still hadn't shipped, you know, even 1,000 pens by that point. And I'm just like, you know, that was May or June is when they started shipping in May, and it's now August 8th for me to get my pen. So I just don't feel they were, you know, fully upfront with the whole process. And it was just kind of sad, because you know, you expect something. You pay for it, you wait for it, you get a date for scheduled ship, and then that date comes and goes by months. And then, you know, another scheduled ship, and more months pass by. So, yeah, it was just an unfortunate. I'm sure that they just had delays, but I feel like things like this, you know, I don't know what the delays were. There were delays with the clip, and I don't know. It's just a piece of metal, so I don't know if maybe they had issues with them not fitting or breaking, or I don't know, but because they really didn't say. But the design itself is really pretty pen. It's nice and clear. Mine does have some stuff on the inside of it. Hopefully that will come off when I clean it really good because I think it's just like foam packing stuff or something. Just little pieces here and there. So hopefully I can get that out. But yeah, I mean, I am happy with the pen. I am so glad it finally came. And I do really think it's a beautiful pen. I think it's a fair price. So if you're looking for, you know, a clicky pen, I don't know if they're going to sell these mass market or if they did the Kickstarter and are, you know, just going to move along. But hopefully we'll see this pen come out and, you know, you guys will be able to buy it. So I think that's it for this one. You have to let me know, did you participate in this Kickstarter? Did you get this pen? Did you have the same issues? Do you feel the same way that I do? Yeah, leave those down in the comments below. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer whatever I can about it. But it is the Phantom by Endless. Mine is a medium nib, so it's a nice pen. All right, well, I think that's going to be it. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.